and I'm assuming it's a staffer who leaked this, a clerk at the Supreme Court who leaked this draft majority opinion, because none of the justices would be so idiotic as to do this, even the very radical leftist ones. I'm sure this is like a 19 or a 20-year-old who thinks of himself as a hero, violating norms just to save our democracy, just like this epitome of a moron. And when I say it's probably a Sotomayor staffer, Matt Wolking has the most interesting theory about who this is. This is what he tweeted. This makes perfect sense to me. I would actually bet money that Matt Wolking is absolutely correct about who this is, and that we will find out that this is the truth in the coming days. This is what Matt tweeted. He said, a person called Amit Jain clerks for Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor. Okay. As a Yale student, Matt says, Jain blasted Yale for supporting Brett Kavanaugh's nomination. Okay, so that means that this individual is already political, right? Matt goes, Jain was quoted in a 2017 Politico piece by Josh Gerstein. Today, it was Gerstein who published the draft Supreme Court opinion on Roe. Like, how nuts is that? How nuts is that? As I said, I would bet money. I will bet any one of you money that this is who it is. Probably, I will stand by 100% that it's a Sotomayor staffer, but I bet it's this person. And this person's already being called a hero by the left. This is what Brian Fallon is a notorious pro-abortion individual on Twitter. Let me see what his actual title is. He's the executive director of Demand Justice, right? He's a former U.S. Senate Justice Department Clinton campaign worker. This is what he said. He said, is a brave clerk taking this unprecedented step of leaking a draft opinion to warn the country what's coming in a last-ditch Hail Mary attempt to see if the public response might cause the court to reconsider. How chilling of language is that? I'm going to read this again. Is a brave clerk taking this unprecedented step of leaking a draft opinion to warn the country what's coming in a last-ditch Hail Mary attempt to see if the public response might cause the court to reconsider. That is the most euphemistic, creepy language that I've ever heard. In other words, what he's actually saying is, did a radical leftist, yes, leak a draft opinion, unprecedented, we agree on that, to prompt leftist riots, which we're already seeing outside the Supreme Court, in order to threaten the justices' safety in an effort to pressure them to feel like they have to change their votes to protect their spouses and their children and their own lives. This is the radical left. If you expected anything less from them, then you haven't been paying attention. Because think about the context of this. It's so easy to focus on the leak because the leak is unprecedented, because the leak is a deliberate political tactic, which was obviously coordinated at some level based on the coordinated response from leftist senators, sitting U.S. senators calling to abolish the filibuster, to codify Roe v. Wade, to pack the Supreme Court, all in the same evening. But the leak is a distraction from what this actually means.